return to Oakland, California. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Raiders of Oakland. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. These guys also found in their opener a week ago, so we got a couple of teams here desperately trying to avoid that 0-2 start. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. And he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
O'Connell now to throw. That's to Bash over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
That's good for Oakland. First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Play action. Now O'Connell. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
34-yard line.
O'Connell working from the gun. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was that we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game. But sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nix. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Second and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Over the middle, complete. That's Tucker. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake. O'Connell. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
2nd and 7.
To throw, here's Nix. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Nix to the air. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he returns this to the 22. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Back to throw, O'Connell. He'll try and do this himself. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Up the middle, it's Genty. Loose inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go again with Genty. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A run straight ahead with Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty, his 1st touchdown here in the new campaign. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
I tell you what, this was a much-needed drive and a much-needed touchdown at the end of this drive. They had not done much of anything in this first half, but here they put all the pieces together and they get the score right before the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So the Broncos coming out now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Throwing Nix. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to the air with Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Oh, nice move. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage with 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. A short throw to Ingram. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now 2nd and 5. Nix from the shotgun. And his throw here is incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw is Nix. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. The drive will begin with a run by Genty.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
That's to the left side, pulled in by Bash.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Pass right side, caught by Thornton.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
At the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Throwing, O'Connell. That is going to step up and run.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and
now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Now it's O'Connell.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen.
Our trip around the NFL
Scott
starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. And this is Trey Harris. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. 52 yards, touchdown. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's Bryce Young. Drops back, doesn't like what he sees, decides to tuck it and run, and he can do this, and he does it. One more to bring you up. Let's go to Arlington. The Cowboys hosting the Chicago Bears. And it's Caleb Williams. One of his 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Bears even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, our game has lived up to the hype. Just a field goal separates these two teams. 10-7 your score as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
There they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
16 yards. First down, Denver.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Nice little juke. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
First down.
Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and
Operating from the gun. Nix got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21.
that's another Broncos first down.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Nix. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He completes this to Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Here's a quick throw right side.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Marvin Mims,
His first touchdown of the new season.
and the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Seibert on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
That's complete. It's Ashton Jeanty.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
Denver's offense now set to go.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Nick's going to keep this himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
43-yard line.
2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Another run here with Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles.
And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's another Broncos first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Harvey is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And O'Connell now to throw. Got his man. It's Thornton. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
A run out of the gun with Genty.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ball carrier
The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for an Oakland.
On first down, it's Genty.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 41. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the
So it's Raider
36-yard
football
line.
as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Here's O'Connell. That's taken in by Franklin.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Broncos 30.
Now O'Connell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To throw here, O'Connell. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he slides to a hole inside the 10.
13 yards on the play. That's another Raiders first down. 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, O'Connell.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field that brings up 3rd down.
O'Connell throwing, 3rd and goal. They'll get this out to Genty.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A gain of 6 yards. Brings up
O'Connell here on 4th down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Trey Tucker
From 6 yards away.
And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Now the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for the Broncos, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles